After living and feeling a nightmare. Yeah, you go all the way, dude. You go all the way in stress. When it comes to stress, because you like, oh wait, suicide is a pretty important thing now. And you're like trying to fucking figure out how that's gonna happen. Naturally. How are you gonna achieve death? And nature doesn't fucking like when you just sit there and do nothing. You know, you have been paralyzed. Cool. But as a thinker, I mean, I already identified myself as like a dragon. Spit fire, spit all this anger out. You know, you will have a chance. Don't fucking worry about it. But, I was in too much pressure. Now, without further ado, let's continue working on adventure crafts. Yeah, because there's nothing I can do, really, to actually equip myself with anything better. And the stupid event was delayed. I couldn't just go through it and figure out how bad it was, basically. You know, how bad is it to push someone and make them fall down on the ground? You know, how bad did that got, you know, as an accident? Wow. That nobody fucking cares. But yeah, that's just weird. Like, people will always assume the worst, which is the worst, probably the worst corrupted way to run police, is like assume the worst thing. Yeah, you assume the worst thing for you. You don't assume the worst thing for the other person, which is kind of like, you know, if you twist yourself, you're like being a fucking boring or bored policeman. You're not doing your job. And they were not doing their job because I was waiting for an hour and be like, oh, I have to go home now because they're not prepared. It's like to continue my case or whatever. Like, this is stupid, right? Someone falls down and I waste 2 hours. And one day, one entire day, maybe more hours, by the way. So, 2 hours and a day stressing out about it. Okay. I think if I had a chance, I already would get 5-fold, 10-fold if I get successful in life, what the police actually wants from me. You know, just like that. If people actually like push this upward in YouTube sphere, but how does that happen? How does reality get pushed all the way up? Because nobody gives a fuck about reality. I mean, I saw a video about prison. That's not reality. That's insanity. You don't want to reach insanity, dude. You don't want to go that part. I don't think prison is that fucking realistic for most people. It's just ridiculous, right? At some point you're going to negotiate a price, and that's it. Negotiate a price. Money is something that you can hide yourself behind, or like labor is something you can hide yourself behind. Why would someone actually put you in prison? You know, that maybe only if you're silent and looking like a piece of shit and cannot stand for yourself. Don't have a lawyer or something. And because you can't talk and don't have a lawyer, well, that's game over. You have to have really high ego to actually stand against court, I believe. They probably set up court to be the most disgusting event ever that I can completely destroy anyways. just completely destroy. Because who knows what happens when I can actually stand up for myself? Who knows? Not even fucking lawyers know. Because they always stood up for other people. Oh shit. Technically, I'm realizing that the court is gonna decide not the case, but the actual next level case. You know? It's almost like the court is not supposed to analyze cases, because the case itself is like one piece of paper. It's the frustration that people has, including me. Well, mostly me. I'm actually special. I have stacks and stacks of paper, concluding my frustration about everything the society has to offer and did not offer to me. Meaning, I kinda can actually relate to like Elliot Rodger, who created a manifesto. This was a stack of frustration, and he did not want to represent himself in court, so he went suicidal instead. And I can still respect that, because I know it happened naturally. I know that a person who is incelled, basically, created a jail for themselves, which for some reason still is a negative thing. It's a positive thing. Being in jail is a positive thing. That's why it redeems people from responsibility, because they have taken responsibility and they sit behind walls simply to reflect on things, to understand higher level of things, higher level of nature. That is what jails are built for. And if you're stuck in jail, well, you're stuck in the same place as everyone else who makes decisions in life. Those who don't make decisions will never make it till happiness in life, so there's no reason for you to have freedom in the first place. You must understand that most of the system is not corrupt at all. Most of the system already works as intended. It's old. It's very unusual for a lot of people, especially when they first are starting to climb all the way up for no fucking reason. That is what's happening to me, and I probably won't be able to again unleash my frustration here in a creation of something better, because it is not better. Think about it. It's much more powerful to stand up to the court and voice even a single piece of paper of frustration than to do anything that I've done so far in my life. And the reason why that is so important is this token right here. Who is tier 4? President. President cannot be judged by law. He's above the law. He's tier 4. The law is tier 3. The law is created by the highest tier people. For good reason, because there's nobody higher than those people anymore. A president elected, however, an elect president is different from everyone else. They're not tier 5 by any means, although they do have to live in constant insanity, they have to submerge themselves in tier 5, and they're being held by the entire nation to do so. This is painful, dude. Because now I realize, all of this is legit. It's legit. I just had to see it with my own eyes. Oh boy. So yeah, it's a big deal. I started crying so fucking badly, because I understand the that the system works as intended. I might get to climb all the way to the president level and be like, well, I have to request as a law executioner, I want to get to whichever president, potential president, has declared this kind of law. Because presidents are supposed to represent the laws that they hold in place. These are the people who hold laws in place. And if those people do not exist, I will fall right through and will have nothing happen to me whatsoever. And the question is, besides, the paper of what actually happened, is how many papers of frustration I can sneak in and how fast I can do that, will determine whether I can be a president of my own. Whether I have sneaked in an entire law that does not exist but has to come into place. Or, even worse, probably there isn't worse. It's already pretty bad. But I don't know. I do not know how to treat I cannot treat myself as like tier 5 ever. That's insane, right? Elect myself as a president. As a high president, technically. A person who's supposed to be held by the entire nation, of whatever nation that may be, which could still be a very much likely possibility. That because nobody likes me, everybody likes me, and I will have even next level thing going for me, which is going completely above the law, untouchable basically. Now we're not talking about law, we're talking about other people, other presidents' influence on me, other tier 4 people influence on me. Once I go to tier 5, they can't judge me anymore, because I'm simply higher, I'm simply more influential than they are, and there's nothing they can do about it. Absolutely nothing. If they try to judge me, and they do a bad job, they will regret it. They will not be able to sleep at night. They will stumble and fall for the rest of their life, because karma really hurts sometimes, and that's exactly what karma is presented by. We can even say presidential karma to fully finish the token, because the token has to be two things come together and present an alchemical table of amazing new ideas, basically. Presidential karma. It's huge, but everything going all the way down is getting bigger and bigger. Anyways, alright. So, can you elect yourself as a tier 5? Even for a moment. To be untouchable, unobservable human being. How would that work? And also, if people feel that they can actually judge a president, what actually happens to the country? Because the country has to go to jail every time they judge a president, every time they think they have that power. But this time is different in America. This time in America, as the president is judged by everyone, it was really difficult to judge Obama because he's black, and let's be straightforward about it. It wasn't anything racist. It was just a new form of fresh air, but a form also of attention. A president who have served 2 terms got plenty of attention for sure immediately after election, and created a next level presidential status. a presidential status that he cannot hold, he couldn't be stable enough in this tier 5 mode, where you literally go insane. And other people are just there to observe that and learn from that, because you have taken yourself into this unbelievable position. And if you're capable of surviving, you have the most powerful experience life could ever give to you, because you went insane. That's just crazy. It's insanity because tier 5 is almost unreachable, and people pushing you forward and trying to get you as high as possible is still not gonna get you anywhere. It's still not gonna stabilize you in tier 5. It's almost unreachable. But maybe, who knows? I can never say anything. But it's just like that power that you have of everyone else supporting you, being elected as a president, you can't really be judged at all. You can only judge the election process. You can only judge everything else that happened up to that point. And even that, all the judgment that you do must come back to you in karmic ways if you're judging something bigger than yourself. If a bully is attacking someone who's going to become a doctor and the bully is not going to become anything, we understand that as a need for a karmic exercise to bring back the bully to justice, right? It just has to happen. So the traumas can go away, and the traumas never go away. There's so many things that have to happen, and I'll have stacks and stacks of frustrations, all categorized in order. Yes, courts take a lot of time to prepare themselves, and that's wonderful time that I can spend, preparing myself as well. It's a different kind of level. You're reaching someone who sit through a lot of cases, and made a lot of decisions, but every time they had to deal with frustration, a piece of their heart had to be filled up with that frustration. They were traumatized. No, a person who's taking law very seriously is also taking dodging frustration very seriously as well. So they love when someone else is represented by clean agents, lawyers, right? Who will not work for you, they will work for the satisfaction of the law, okay, of the jury. But I will never say jury, I'll say the law, because the jury represents the law. So you're standing against the law right now, and see what happens. Similarly, as VGHS had the law, and you could argue whether the law was actually the law, and actually was a badass guy, who had to actually take quite a lot of responsibilities to stand up against not just one, but like two people who entered the school at the same time. So yeah, look up VGHS, it's really fun. I have no idea how people might not like it. It's the most influential for me, like, series on the internet, on YouTube in terms, on series ever. Except because I was influenced so early in my life, my ability to give Freddie Wong his credit, and because he stopped kind of producing things there on his channel, kind of flopped, but he's still pretty high on the list. I can find him. Oh boy. I will. Okay, here he is. The meme squad. Okay, I have to remember So he couldn't climb very high up to even get a trophy of top 5. But he did a great job with the series. Applauds. Yes, I mean, if I compare myself to Elliot Rodger and be like, okay, what is his case? He didn't have a case. He knew he didn't have a case. He's a fucking brilliant guy who knew he couldn't be a president because, he probably read quite a few of other people's frustrations and already was quite familiar with what he's dealing with. But he couldn't voice his opinion fully, and he had to do it by action, by experiencing something that's very rare. Okay, taking someone else's life, that's fucking next level thing that no other person is going to experience, easily. Like, that is not something easy to experience. So everyone gets their own share of like unique experiences that they can stand by. In the end of the day, once they die, they can like, oh, this is what I did in the end. So you're always going to be unique. You're always going to be rememberable. You're always going to be written in the book of history or whatever that is. And whoever is doing it, aliens right now. I am doing it for sure. I'm mapping things out, but I'm not mapping things out for everyone. So, if I wanted to go insane, if I was elected as a president, to go insane, to be given everything that I always wanted, what would that be? Right? That is the question. What would that be? The reason why I have the ego to talk about being a president is because I can now just generate near-death experience. It's just what happens. And near-death experience is not something that, you just come out of your body. Technically, coming out of your body is way further than you would want to be at this point. Now you are destroying yourself completely. You have a chance to escape. When you're out of your body, you can go whatever you want and do whatever you fucking want. And if you come back to your body, congratulations! You have been judged by God as unfit to die, basically. Oh wait, the God was you. You made all the choices. All that shit is ridiculous, isn't it? So when you leave your body and say that's near-death experience, that was a choice experience. Do you want to die and go away forever or not? For me, I did not had the choice experience. Okay, meaning that I wasn't dead yet in life. I did not observe my own body from some other place. So that didn't happen. The choice. It doesn't matter where the choice experience happens or how it's generated. If you had it, you are unfit for a lot of tiers, basically. Maybe every tier. You're tier 1. Deal with it. Deal with it. You're the worst human being ever. Yes, astral projection. You did it. You're the worst human being ever. Congratulations. Get out of my way. Get out. Because I'm paving waves right now. And I don't want to fucking see a person who projected themselves out, had a chance to escape. Oh, you had your silver lining. Oh, the silver lining is fuck you, dude. You did it. You fucking did it. I don't know how you did it. I don't know what kind of fucking karmic fucking lightning struck you. Oh, it was just the luck, Let's judge you. Let's create a new level of law that's gonna judge you just for that experience. You hold an experience in your hands, you can always let it go. You can always be like, no, it didn't actually happen. Okay? Amnesia is pretty powerful in that sense. Where like, this is your very personal experience. There are no witnesses except you who might want to represent yourself as a president, as someone that knows they did something completely new and unexplored, and now you're frustrated about it. I want to hear about it. That's beautiful. I want to judge you as a friend. That's just simple, right? You come here and be judged friendly. It's a friendly competition of who's gonna stay in the presidential place or not. It doesn't mean both of us can't stay and both of us can eat the berries in Hunger Games. It doesn't mean anything. We can bend the rules because we're just above the law sometimes. Or all the times. If we have properly established ourselves in Tier 4, we are above the law. So we can just continue staying here and thinking whatever we experienced is actually valuable for us to establish this whole experience into a lawmaking engine, basically. It is really tough because it opens such a big can of worms and so much work for me that I cannot just be a regular person anymore. Okay, you must understand that's a little bit frustrating. I'm like on fire underwater, still on fire though, gasping out of air because I'm fully underwater, and then probably stuck with bowling balls attached to my feet, so I can't escape, and I can't swim either because I have like amnesia of like swimming or like fear of swimming. So with all those pressures, I am still trying to survive and do extraordinary things in life, and I'll be judged not necessarily by law as much as by the people who voice their frustrations and create the law, but the law is the law, okay? The law is represented by someone, and you have to respect that shit. You have to respect everyone higher than you, and there's nothing you can do about it. However, if you put yourself very high, you don't have to respect everyone anymore. Congratulations. You know? Yeah, some policemen may come and be like, who are you? You don't have a job, you know? You're like little scrub. But I've been in jail for many, many years. I have never seen society and never had a girlfriend. That's how it works, boys. That's how you know. That's how you know. Because the first thing, as an established person in society, is the one who has a girlfriend. That's just what we established as law. It's a very simple thing. So if I didn't have it, if I took my chances and completely failed, and how many chances I took, it doesn't actually matter. Doesn't actually matter. I took many chances though. And I don't care how creepy those chances were, how frustrated the other people got in because of my actions or my voice of whatever I was concerned about. It doesn't matter because I took my chance. And the society did not start to accept me, because once you have a girlfriend, then you're part of society. You have to understand that, because that's what it is. If you don't understand that, it's game over. There's certain things that I cannot explain to you. And this is probably one of those things, but I will still try to explain that because I'm a fucking idiot, and I'm still underwater, under fire, under pressure, and out of air. Okay, so I'll still try to explain. When you have a girlfriend, you can make a family. You have a chance to do that. You can have pleasure. You can have a chance to do that. You can have pleasure of cheating on your girlfriend and switch her with someone else. You will be more popular because you have a permanent attachment to someone else. You will be a lot less lonely which is an indication of you getting closer to society, right? Being initiated into society, essentially. And that's it. Those are all reasons, and many, many more that can be found, of why having a girlfriend stops making you an incel. And we have to treat that very seriously around here. Anyone who doesn't treat it seriously and doesn't accept people, doesn't help judge people, whether they're supposed to enter society or not, well, and obviously I don't want to be sexist, you can have a boyfriend too and enter the society. That's kind of what you need. A boy who doesn't take advantage of you and completely destroy you, your life. It's a very important decision to make. Very important. Something that I took very seriously, and I couldn't find a girlfriend for long enough until I'm like, oh yeah, a celebrity could be my girlfriend still, I think. Maybe. If a celebrity wants to go to tier 4. And am I right? Get the fuck out of my face. I don't know any tier 4 people. Maybe there are exceptions, but I don't know them. You have to get to know them first. Just like you don't know the law until you're faced with consequences of stupid things that happen to you. But nothing is absolutely stupid. Nothing is. The Hunger Games began. I got a call. Do you want to take this legal action to court? To level 3, basically. Can you fucking handle it? You know, like, we're giving you a chance to just pay up. I don't care, you know, you have to have a good job to be able to do any mistakes in life, you know, or you will just kind of lose your ability to be a part of society, because if you don't have money, you will never have a girlfriend, obviously. You can't take care of her, you know. If she falls apart, you have to be able to take care of 2 people. I'm not talking about families, because if you're trying to fucking build a family, you're going further into society. And that is crazy to me when high-tier people are doing that. High-tier people are going deeper into society, a society that's going to basically be able to judge them all of a sudden. There is a reason why I was never meant to go to society directly, because it's so painful. It's ridiculous. It's like being Rebecca Black again and celebrating Friday. And everyone hates you for that. What? And then they love you again. And then they hate you. And it never fucking stops. Then you hate that meme. But you don't know how to get rid of it. So you maybe push it a little bit forward. And then there's this whole story of like what happens when you're very deep in society. And eventually you lose your mind. You become the most evil thing that ever existed. And I don't think I can hold Rebecca Black a tier 4 anymore, as I've said in the previous video in the very end. But she can prove me wrong. If you can clean all this evil in your heart that I feel every time her newest videos just keep on getting worse and worse. I'm talking about well, Blackout is a pretty bad name already, but I'm talking about music videos. It keeps on getting worse and worse. So from Friday, she's keep on getting worse because like she's kind of voicing her frustrations. But the question is it gonna stop? Is it gonna stop? Are you gonna do something beautiful in life all of a sudden? And yes, she did. She built the most beautiful Instagram account, and I gave her credit for that. If she takes that credit, that's all she has to do, is be like, yeah, I did this. You know? That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of being a president. You already did your work. You just have to say you did it. That's it. And it's not that easy, right? Because you're saying that to old people. You are talking to people who care about families, who care about children growing up. You have to talk to them now. and explain what you're doing. You have to translate that to old people language. That is difficult. So in old people language, what have I done in my life? We're going to get to that. We're going to start slow. Okay? We're going to start with the obvious. As I was going through school, I picked up programming. I just picked it up using Game Maker, and it was interesting. It gave me a lot of decisions that I could make, and I experienced those decisions, and it keeps on piling up. I keep on going deeper and making more things interact with each other, and it's like a little chemistry experiment all of a sudden, right? It keeps on growing. You can create a game eventually, an experience that can last quite a while. An experience that could now last a certain period of time, and you're like, can this period of time ever hit a limit where you're spending some time programming, but what you create could actually become, a much more precious thing. And yes, in life there is such a thing. You create a baby and it turns into a human being. You still have to take care of it for a long, long time. It's a ridiculously long process. It's the longest process that will ever actually exist because it's too easy. Programming is not easy. It's much higher level, and this is where I go to Tier 2. I discover Tier 2, I pick it up, I run with it, nobody cares about me. There's a lot of people around me. They could be like, hey, come play this game with me, come do this thing with me, They could have done this, they failed, moving on. So, now we're at Tier 2. I picked up programming, I made a few games. I still retain my friends because they have a hope in life to make it, to pick up something great. And a lot of people even bumped into programming as a thing that they kind of wanted from me. And they showed that this thing can go Tier 3. Regardless of where people started in life, what they picked up is my thing, something that I was already representing. They didn't pick up it from the internet randomly. They picked it up from me because I was their friend. And I was a walking advertisement because that's what I was doing, that's what I was having fun with. This was going to become a Tier 3 thing. But it's going to have to last me quite a while to prove to people that I'm truly passionate about making games and entertaining myself and everyone else around me who happens to be my friend. As this progresses, I make Ninja War, my first actual game sequence, technically. Something that I can talk about it as a story. I've written the story all the way back. Writing was actually my premature programming, something that I never actually went anywhere, but it was there as a substance for me to add and create a beautiful game that I had to go through multiple iterations for multiple years whenever I had the time on top of school to turn it into Ninja War. Playable thing, okay? It's not necessarily playable right now, however. Meaning that I actually failed to establish myself, regardless of how much I've tried, regardless of how much effort has been put into it. I have failed. My laptop got destroyed, but I still retain the copy of Ninja War. I still retain copies of games that I've made. They just never made it to Tier 3. It it was about to take me quite a long time to make it to tier 3. I had to go all the way back, or not the way back, because it just popped up. My friend picked up Minecraft, and he's like, here, take a look at this. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. You definitely deserve to be in tier 2. For whatever reason, you know. I would give him all that credit, okay? I would give him the credit to be able to be tier 2 right now. And as I went, as I found my catalyst for where I'm gonna pour all my work to become tier 3, to establish a game, finally establish a game, makes you a game developer. Congratulations! Wow, tier 3. You should be capable of understanding that because I just put it down all the way there somewhere. Game dev versus engineering, which is tier 4. So, I have reached it. But it took me quite a while. I got immediate attention by Cryect, the master of adventurecraft, and I created Spawned, the Creeper's Forge. Something that I came back to right now because I think it can go one step forward. Because Cryect took attention in something else, not the Creeper's Forge. It was my first ever map that I was designing together. Just mashing things that adventurecraft had and learning what is useful and how it can be used. But it wasn't that radical or interesting. I don't know why the creator picked it up, but he picked it up because he was frustrated. He was going to the next level of publishing maps, and he needed maps to be published. He needed maps to be created. And as a creator, as someone who jumped into the platform, I don't even know how that happened, by the way. I don't know how I got all this attention and how I generated. I just made sure to be a part of something, and it worked. And then I appeared in the chat room with everyone and get to know them as well. And adventurecraft helped me establish as a tier 3. Helped me get there where I publish my map to the audience, proving that I am capable of designing games, at least to a few people right now. I proved that to at least a few people who also became quite influential against me. Quite against me, because everyone is like a competition. You can never really trust anyone unless you start entering society, unless you start truly establishing yourself, establishing trust in the world that you live in, going out of your cell, going out of your jail, and actually enjoying life for now, for whatever it's worth, for whatever you have created when you came out. And now, things gotten a lot worse. This is the Vector era of someone that I lost as a friend, but at the same time I lost him for a good reason. I lost him by the time I was going tier 4. By the time the insanity began. And it happened, you know, like all this amnesia thing, all this spiritual attacking of me, trying to pull me out of the body, give me that out-of-body experience so I would never be able to be anything better, get me stuck in this tier 3 shit. I had to generate actual spiritual energy to resist all this shit that was happening. These people, Vector was capable of actually projecting himself, using my computer potentially as a catalyst for his projection. This was mind-opening because this is insane. I went insane looking at people who have superpowers and they were attacking other people. Vector was not a good person. He was certainly evil. And the catalyst, by the way, I gave them the spiritual power to project into my world and try and influence me as the law. This is really tough because, like, now I'm being judged. I'm bringing back this energy constantly to be able to go to tier 4 and be able to enjoy an even better life, potentially. I'm full of hopes, but I have to have a no. And this is where, like, it feels really bad. This is uncharted territory. This is where you will be very, very loose. There's no authority to look up to. This is where you have to find yourself as a peace of mind that's unique and has to be listened to by as many people as possible. Because you're the highest authority. If you can make it. If you can make it to tier 4. So the question is, but still, you can still look up to other tier 4 people and be like, what happened to Notch? What happened to Todd Howard? As they were the game developers. But also what happened to everyone else? How happy are celebrities? How are they capable of going to tier 4? I was starting a map. I was starting to map things out of who was the influential ones in my life. PewDiePie was the one who stood in my way. PewDiePie who showed up first, and then Monica showed up second. As liars in my life. As the ones who made my life miserable and made me think that life is very, very dark and full of crazy things. But at the same time, they opened me up to, like, first of all, suicidal thoughts. Which is, now I'm being judged by these fucking assholes. Now, I have to stand up against a huge person, idoled by a lot of people, but maybe PewDiePie have never made it to tier 4. Maybe I'm standing up to someone who is crazy relatable, as he reminds me of my friend, and yet my friend probably never made it to tier 3 either. Only PewDiePie did. But PewDiePie made it, and his superpower is just to be popular. That's what he chose as a superpower. And did he got a lot of recognition for it? Yes. Did he got anything else out of it? Yes. You can trade in recognition. That is not difficult to do. But he also got me. I recognized him. And now, I was after his superpower. If I can steal a superpower from someone else, I will become tier 4. I knew that. I went for him real hard, and he knew that as well. He knew that the hater, Dylan the hacker, is after him, is hating on him, is going after him, and is going real hard. And he essentially dies in mysterious ways, going against PewDiePie. And eventually, I hear chanting in my spirit everywhere. PewDiePie is dead. I have taken him down. I have took down the crown. T-Series was the victorious one. I was able to stand for something that existed out there in the world that kind of belonged to me. And maybe, eventually, I'll have to move there. I don't know. Now, being tier 4, I have to stand up for my actions. Something that will make you go insane. Having free will is the most insane thing anyone can have, because now you're representing God. And God came in as well to remind me how tough it is. You want God to just take over your body and tell you, PewDiePie is dead, subscribe to Gurnext. Gurnext is the next best YouTuber. And it happened. The T-Series is born. Why does it belong to me? Why is Cocomelon rising now? What is this shit? This is a surgeons of YouTube. My superpower is a lot simpler. Rather than having recognition, I wanted to have YouTube. Give me that as a superpower. That's what I wanted. That's probably what I asked PewDiePie. I don't know. But that's what I asked God. I said, I want to be Guru next. Yeah. Everything he said is as scripted very, very well. Cool. Yeah, God just comes into me. Some authority figure that I can't possibly control anymore. And he gave me all the ego the world has to offer, basically. He gave me quite an insane performance, but insane in you can't make this up, man. He's having fun, basically. The God was having fun. I could have never replicated that experience. No one actually saw it. I was just screaming out of the top of my lungs, and someone could have heard it, but everyone would just think it's just a crazy person anyway, so they can just ignore and sleep. Well, after hearing my voice, however, it kind of spreads out. It kind of evens out the playfield. It makes the entire mine a lot more softer and more destructible or under control. You know, I can actually take over YouTube now. Can you imagine? I took that as superpower. I hold it deep in my heart to do that, and for the rest of history, as I left UK for some reason. Oh, probably PewDiePie hated me at that point. Okay, PewDiePie may not want me to stay in UK. I understand. And we never actually talked. We never interacted. We just existed alongside each other. I might have existed in the shadows, and he might have existed with his superpower of being recognizable on YouTube, establishing himself. It's an honorable thing. The only question now is, have I been the first one to pick up YouTube as my not just as a superpower, but something that I own. Own it. Become the first YouTube president without competition, right? Now, what the law is supposed to do is find everyone else who stands against me in terms of what I stand for. What I will have to represent is give my actual identity of what I stand for as a tier 4 person to go above the law immediately, because I will stand on my own without a lawyer. So I'm immediately going to be judged for that, and I immediately can stand for something now. It is a big deal. I was never invited to society because the society is scared. Maybe this guy can make it. And the moment I will start falling, the society will probably open their eyes and be like, yes, you probably need a girlfriend now. Congratulations, you know. I will start falling, and I will, pick up old friends and old relationships and all that shit and start to reestablish myself back up. But now in a different direction. In a direction of reaping the pleasure of everything that I've seeded in my plantation. But there's one more challenge that I want to go through. And as you can tell, it's a big one. Really big one. How do I push my tier 3 work and establish it on YouTube? How do I put Creeper's Forge as better than Minecraft? I will stand against the law mostly because I need to be compensated. for everything that I went through, for everything that I've been achieving. I need to be recognized, finally. That's what has to happen eventually. That's why every crime is taken seriously, because you never know what you're gonna find. And it's real tough. It's probably why I was waiting 1 hour and was delayed. There is a spiritual war going on, but it's never a war. It's never something you can actually understand, so it never actually happens. It is just happening all around you, and you have to observe everything. You have to take care of everything. You have to take full care of everything. But as long as you're not in a society, you're not responsible for taking care of anyone. I did not have a girlfriend, and that makes me immune to the law automatically. I can stand up for myself. That makes me immune to the law. I have many things that makes me immune to the law, and I'm established as tier 4, which makes me immune to the law. So here you go. It's unbreakable president. I am a president. Now, not elected, running as a president. You're supposed to be running as a president. But running for a president, now that it's a meme, no longer holds water. You have to run as a president. As a president on YouTube mostly, because that's where all opinions are out. That's how you establish your authority. And now, I am establishing myself. I'm finally capable of slowing down, because there is no tier 5. Maybe I'm lying to myself. Maybe I'm supposed to go forward and be like a creator of new world, a new nation, go beyond our Antarctic and create my own entire existence there. I don't know what that is. I still don't know if that's possible. I'm still in exploration to discover if tier 5 actually exists. I was said yes by someone, but I don't care. They never established themselves against me. They just are smart, and they're taking care of me, and they recognize that this is important, and that's very well played. There's a reason why I'm not capable of, connecting with people. I'm still very unstable in terms of who I am. I'm not sure what kind of problems I'm facing besides success. Success now is the biggest problem. Being successful is something that now I will have to handle very seriously. And that's what I've been preparing for a long time now. There's no way out of this, right? If I can voice this much opinion, if I can voice this much frustration on YouTube, I don't think anyone else did it, and claimed at the same time that they own this place, they need this place, and they want to be successful, and they have been fighting the whole way through to finally make it, to finally be better than most other people, 99% of people, and still stay strong after doing so. It is a nightmare. Everyone wants to kill you. Everyone wants to take a piece of your pie. That's what I got from PewDiePie, okay? And I started taking other people's superpowers seriously. That's what just happened. I can't take them away. I can just take them seriously. I can take them into high consideration. PewDiePie was able to lie and put himself in the shoes of the most relevant person on YouTube. He was able to lie his way through of what kind of content he was producing. And maybe he stopped lying by the time he picked up Minecraft, because he understood the power that Minecraft holds. The Minecraft crown is still untouched, and everyone wants it. Right now, my goal is to beat Minecraft. And then I can establish myself on YouTube. How? How will that happen? Only thing I have to do, I've already written things. And writing was my catalyst of feeding resources into my system. Because my system is written-based. It's language-based, but it's nothing. It's just intention-based. These are all tokens. These are all little intentions that symbolize that I have another chunk that I want to jam into the Creeper's Forge, into my map, and turn it essentially just spawned. Just spawned. Just one thing, and one thing only. And we'll see what that thing is once I'm finished. I'll be working very hard, and I hope you enjoy it. Now, anyone wants to donate, anyone wants to subscribe, anyone wants to celebrate, anyone wants to push me to tier 5 even though it doesn't exist, let's go, boys. Let's enjoy my success, basically. Well, Vector is a guy, okay, that is a token by himself. So I hold him as a token of gratitude, as the greatest honor. He has the superpower to go through everything, even tears. So thank you for it. I'll be forever grateful and forever your friend if you need one. And you can go your way now. In peace. I'm sorry for everything. And this is your superpower, Vector. These are tears. For you. The one who beat Creeper's Forge. The one who fucking did it. That's what you had to do to help me out. I don't want to be obvious. I don't. I want to give the honor to people who actually deserve it. I made a video that is titled "I Will Put You Back Together." And it's, yes, related to Five Nights at Freddy's, it's a reference. But what it's actually related to is my struggle to get a girlfriend. So who was my biggest struggle to get a girlfriend? It wasn't Monica. Monica was just a rejection. Just like PewDiePie was just a rejection. He doesn't want me to hate on him. Obviously, I can destroy his career and everything. And I really don't give a fuck because PewDiePie sucks. But hey, you can suck on my bad side, not on my good side. I guess that's bad also. That stops me from crying. So who gets the honor as well alongside Vector, and who's gonna get the tier 1 honor? Sure, you would love to give honor to parents as well. Cool, right? But it's not parents that are going to be the most influential. It's the people around you that you don't even see sometimes. Well, I have Ari in the bathroom right now, so okay. I retitled someone else, and and we're crying, but she's not crying. She's just in the bathroom. That's not tears. I'm just saying, okay? So he made a wonderful deal. That is wonderful superpower. If you don't see it, here you go. That's his name. Okay. Now, for the honor of, like, not being my girlfriend, but being a girlfriend that I just couldn't grab and hug, basically, and experience anything. But she was around. She was a possibility. She just couldn't make it. and made me very heartbroken that she couldn't make it. Just like Victor couldn't make it, you know. I went past him, and it hurts me, you know, to see people fail when they could have succeeded. They could have just appreciated who I am and went on with what I was doing, you know, and maybe found a place in my heart to see the future of their own. But instead it failed. It's that sweet. She had exact personality of an 8-ball of Ariana Grande. So, she deserves it, for sure. She was the closest girl ever in my life, and could have taken the title of being my girlfriend, but couldn't keep up. You know? Someone who's just like, you know, represents society, represents someone who's really, really fast, and wants to make a family, all those things, and couldn't keep up because I wasn't sure what I wanted. You know, I treated her as a celebrity. That's what I did, and she couldn't keep up with that. So who's gonna get the highest level of honor from tier 1? Who's the one who deserves quite a lot of praise, because this is what kickstarts your career, boys. I have a guy in a pocket, but do I have it? Here you go. He's my classmate, and that's all you need to know. He was a rich classmate that was my friend. And as I am frustrated of not having friends, I at least had one for a while. And he couldn't quite keep up, because I asked him to make a song with me. You know, to create something greater than yourself. And he couldn't do it, because he was just a good friend. Sweet does not deserve tears, by the way, because I already cried like a bunch of tears forever, for like 30 minutes. She comes in like third time, and we break up technically because we never see each other again. Her actual boyfriend comes back, and her boyfriend is like my other friend, and it's like super awkward. And he could have taken the credit, right, like for being my friend for a long time. It's just I can't add, from the bottom of my heart, I can't add his personality on a list, because he's vulnerable, just like Monica is very vulnerable to everything that happened. You know how much I'm excited to get in someone's life when they vulnerable to me, you know? These people are not vulnerable. This guy presents my personality. This girl presents my fit. This guy presents my greatest enemy of all time. And here you go. Who has the Medal of Honor? To be tier 4, inspiration, the greatest human being ever. Who knows? But yeah, there has to be a greatest human being, right? On YouTube, someone who already made it so far. Maybe has been not existing on my list, but because he didn't, he will exist here. By the way, I fucking hated that I have to write the entire name and do it sarcastically, and is also my greatest enemy because he also has the same personality. Okay? But he made it. Above all odds, he made it to the top of the list beyond even being a secret weapon. He was friends with a great guy who sacrificed his career to defy media. That's what it says. To defy media. That's what it says. Having a defy as a company name is expensive for very fucking obvious reasons. So to defy media, also, thank you, by the way. I'll keep Courtney Miller. I'm taking that from you. Just so we're clear. Alright, Ian Hecox. Smosh may forever be #1 channel on YouTube. Unprecedented. Because he's the president. I'm not going to say president of YouTube. Maybe he is. It's time for Hunger Games. Who are you? How many tiers can you get above my other greatest people? You have to be them all. You're my rival, Ian Hecox. I challenge you into Hunger Games. If you're very fat, you're gonna cry a lot of tears. Everyone knows that. So instead of tears, how about we think of something else to cry for? Oh wait, you can't cry. You have to make me cry. Huh? Make me cry and I lose. Let's go, boys. The greatest competition begins, and I'm not sure though. To play Hunger Games with me? Okay. Let's go. You make me cry, you make me run out of salt. That's not cool, bro. That's not cool. Okay? Be careful with that. Be careful with toying my emotions. Let's play. Try not to cry challenge. I'm sitting right here. Go ahead. It's quite amazing how Twitter is this presidential thing where you voice your opinion. And did I voice my opinion? What else did I do? Lava means Levine. Hey, don't trap W with your name. Mike Trap. That? I don't care if your middle name is W. Don't fucking do that. It's my Discord. Spirit Police, episodes released. And all these notifications are just episodes released. Something that shouldn't have occurred on Twitter. And I'm sorry that I did that. So, there you go. Via @YouTube Boys. So, it's deletable basically. I don't have any other tweets. Potentially, hopefully. I wasn't interested in tweeting anything? Maybe to Monica? Did I do it? I probably did it. Yeah. Let's go all the way back, boys. All the way back. And remember if I did that. I'm sorry about... Yep. But no. Yes, but no. Did I tweet anything else? Besides those two things, it's like W is my, and Lava is Levine, and like she's the next to Smaj basically in terms of. Never mind. Oh, nice try. Better luck next decade. Okay, that's what I tweeted. Okay. Replying to Graymore. Just yeah, it doesn't matter. So here you go. This is my third tweet officially, and also Ian you posted that on Twitter. Holy shit, dude! He actually knows quite a lot, but he has to make me cry, and this is a new level challenge. Basically, this is now my pleasure and entertainment. You know, now we're running a show on YouTube, boys. And I'm gonna give him all the credit, and I can hide as many things as I want because I'm a fucking cheater. I never was a cheater, but I could be if everyone calls me a cheater, you know? If everyone feels like they can do that. If you call me cheater, I'm at you, but I'm at you. You better be tier 3 and be ready for it, because I'm at you. You call me cheater, that's a superpower that you don't fucking deserve. Let's go fucking to war. Here you go. Greatest self-esteem of all time. Alright. It's a fun little challenge, right? It's the only way that I can contact him, technically. And the most important part is I've spent 7 months and 15 days collecting data about who deserves to be the best. And I found out who deserves to be the best. Despite this being a strong team, like that's again the question of who has a strong team. Nobody had it. Nobody could have had a team on YouTube besides Ian. He made it. The question is, what does he want to do with it? Because he has full freedom of this, of his account, you know, of his account being sub CEO of YouTube, or a friend with the CEO of YouTube. So yeah, I'm the new CEO. Come at me, bruh. Cheater? I think not. I think I won fair and square. I will still put a question mark for everyone else to judge if they want to. I allow it. Don't worry about it. You can judge this video. You just can't post comments. I'm just saying, you have to come to Discord. Come at me, dude. I'm sorry. You can't judge me. You have to come at me. And that's, oh boy. On the internet, it's still a thing. It's still as strong as hell. And holy shit, you have to understand what these people go through in day-to-day lives. Battling the internet itself sometimes. Battling the food battle and burning houses sometimes. Holy shit, burning their own friend's career out of existence. But still in existence. Because he still made his own channel, you know, but he has to start from scratch. So he's just like a secret weapon now. But he transcended from that. He created everything that this team is. And did not attach himself anywhere at all. That is a superpower I can admire. Take no credit for everything that you have created. That's insane. How did you live in this insane fucking world? please contact me as fast as you can. I'm counting every second, every step, dude. I need a friend. I'm just saying. Super Saiyan, motherfucker. Poof. Is the video over, though? Did this happen, you know? I created a president. Yeah. First out of myself. You know, nobody could have actually controlled YouTube back in the day and claimed to be a CEO of YouTube. Nobody could do that. But now we can. Now I've spent so much time sitting and watching videos that naturally I became. And if you want to do your thing, you have to do it differently now. This is who I am. This is what I became. How did I become tier 4 now? See, I didn't finish my story. I took PewDiePie's Hero Power seriously. I took Kriparian's Hero Power seriously. I took MatPat's Hero Power seriously. Shane Dawson. Ethan from H3H3, Niga Higa. Avril Lavigne, I took her too seriously, and I want her out of my team. Get out of here, devil. Get the fuck out of here. You call me devil, you devil. Fuck off, man. Stay in the magical place with unicorns and stuff. I don't give a fuck, dude. Whatever this is. I called it the blood moon is rising. That's probably a lot of unicorns in there. Okay? Because blood isn't unicorns, so you need blood to make unicorns. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry to break it to you. You need blood to make you. Fuck you, dude. I don't know how you get away with that part. Blood moon is rising. And unicorns spawning. Here you go. You need a little sprinkle of spawned. Let's go. Now the question is, does the name of YouTube change now that I'm CEO of YouTube? And I have to hold this esteem, right? I have to keep on repeating on myself and be like, now I'm beating up a lot of people. Come at me, bro. CEO of YouTube? Wojcinski? Who's that? I have never heard of that. I can't even say her last name. I know she exists. She has handled the title of CEO of YouTube, but she can give it to me if she wants. You know, easy. Just a simple agreement of like, yes. Yes. It probably would take 1,000 yeses on American's Got Talent show, basically. I just keep collecting yes. This talent works, okay. So basically, American's Got Talent is gonna be like this YouTube show now. YouTube talents. We're just gonna sit here and isolate ourselves and watch YouTube videos. Who has talent? Yes. Let's go. I'm gonna keep on collecting, dude. Keep on mapping. Keep on giving you guys the highest self-esteem that I have already achieved, and hopefully my establishment does not need to go any further than that. Okay? Please, save me, donate me, don't hate me, come at me, do all the things that you love to do, because, you know, that's what runs the world, is just love, right? It's not hatred? No? So my hatred is now that's sealed in the vault? Oh, I unsealed it. Okay. And all of it is out now? In a video? I made a video and all my hatred has been liquidized? Wow! You can do that on YouTube. Let's go. You can express your emotions, fix your mental illness. Let's go. This is the part where you play the song, which is Naruto opening 4. The reason why it's number 4 is because Jack's Films, okay? Bad grammar. It's actually A is the first opening, but it's just bad grammar. What this song represents to me is my ability, my talent to sing, right? To have a nice voice. But I will withhold that talent as hard as I can And that is going to be the teasing point for everyone else. The moment you crack my talent, I will stop establishing myself. Okay, stop growing. And now you can fully appreciate the glory, right? Well, I'm not sure though. It's tough to say, right? What does that mean? But it's just kind of unleash of like true potential. You will now see the true potential that I have, that I hold. Okay? Yeah, I mean, there's my class kind of propelled me all the way up, and we'll see how they perform in the face of YouTube CEO, like crazy. Or maybe I'll just die trying to hold the title. Who knows? It's war times in Hunger Games, boys, and I have to fight for my life to defend this motherfucking title, boys. With effort comes everything. Everything you always wanted comes through effort. So, that's it. That's all you need to know as a major lesson of how to become successful anywhere and hold anything dear. That's it. You don't have to become top tier YouTuber because a lot of people want that. So you can't outcompete them. You have to let them be. But maybe you know better how the algorithm should look like. How subscription count doesn't matter. How like and dislike ratio does matter. And the videos cannot be flagged or removed if likes and dislikes are not met the requirements. I've already established the rules. The rules will be probably laid down later. Everyone wants to know the rules. I'll slowly peel them off and lay them down to you. Okay? I'm sorry to sneak attack and be like, oh, I made a map of YouTube, now I'm YouTube CEO. But the question is now, how does it all work? Right? Okay, that was fun. That was fun. How did I come from a game developer to a CEO of a platform? How did this happen? Just because Minecraft was popular doesn't mean anything, right? Did Minecraft broke all the records and became like, if you're a Minecrafter, you're above the YouTube's law. YouTube can't stop Minecraft videos. They tried to stop everyone from doing stupid shit, but they can't stop Minecraft videos. And that's where I get the key to become relevant again. Creeper's Forge proven to be this key, and that's it. That's the end of that chapter. Chapter closed. The end. D-series, boys. The end series. The end game series, motherfuckers. We did that. Now we're going to something else. Not watermelon. No, PewDiePie doesn't matter anymore. Fix it, Felix. You don't matter anymore. What am I supposed to do? I'll fix your subscriber count real quick if you don't fix yourself. Holy shit. I'm a CEO of YouTube. Let's go. Now, the question is, again, what happens now? Now that I have achieved a title of my self-esteem, someone who has been creating YouTube has sold it, right? They were creators, not occupation of a title. To hold a title, you don't need to be elected. However, you just have to hold it for a very long time until you die and fight all the competition who says, no, you're not, and that's it. Every single person you beat is now your true subscriber of whatever you are as a person. It keeps going. The world never stops, and it scares the shit out of me. And so YouTube might not be relevant for a very long time, so I'm just like, well, I'm dying anyway, so might as well pick this up real quick. Sneak that in. Indiana Jones. Hey Ari, you want some more subscribers? Gonna give me a kiss? Okay. Okay. I'll think about that. I'll think about that. And that's it. That's my life right now. My self-esteem. All to you. Eat it up. See what you can do, buddy. Now it's Hunger Games. Now I'm a fighter against everyone on the internet. And that's a lot more powerful than just, than just fighting hordes of actual people physically. This is a stress battle. Something that goes deep down into your brain and traumatizes you and cripples your life. Everything you say to me is going to cripple me, is going to affect me very emotionally, deeply. If I don't respond to that quickly enough, I'll start losing my grip. You will be able to take the ball from me for a little while, and maybe you want to be the CEO of YouTube. And I actually never wanted to be a CEO of YouTube. Maybe you will prove me wrong. Now, I'm gonna play this Hunger Games, gonna play the Super Bowl, whatever. Try and take that away from me. Is now the video is over? Can I go now? I cried, I said all these things, I became the president of something that I wanted. Again, how did this happen? How did Discord become my catalyst for a map that's essentially going to unlock the YouTube for me? A map. That's beautiful, right? Yeah. Almost like I didn't say that. Because it was supposed to be beautiful. It's a map. This a map? This is a map. Load a map. It's a map. I open the key. I explore all the 24 areas. Maybe only 10. Who knows? I open the map and I explore. How does YouTube feel like? Catch all the Pokemon and find out. This is gonna be a new Pokemon game. Let's go with that. How about that? For you girls. Come at me. Come at me and make me work for you. Cause that is just a passion project. I was just gonna hold the title and be, I don't care about you. I'm gonna see you. Come on, dude. Come at me harder. I'm probably gonna die tomorrow anyways or something. Out of suicidal thoughts, because I can't handle the title, so just say, well, kill yourself and I'll probably do it. Wow. Congratulations, you did it. You destroyed everything. That is bad. So you have to pick up a better fucking card, because I'm equipped with motherfucking cards to defend myself against the law of everyone who thinks they're the law. You think you're the law? Come at me. That's it. That's the end of the game. Is it? Now I'll meditate for like 10 minutes, talk to my spiritual someones, and see what's up. I remember when PewDiePie buried a play button at some YouTube Rewind, maybe 2015. He was mad at YouTube and he buries a play button. Okay, that's interesting. It's probably mine though. Cinnamon Toastkin also wanted that play button for some reason. Maybe he got self-esteem from playing Creeper's Forge, but then deleted that after he failed to get a... after he cheated in the first place. Fuck this shit. On my map. What a crazy person. Probably footage is lost now forever. What an asshole. You will never know whether a highly subscribed person has interacted with my map. What am I supposed to do now? Well, the only thing to do is just steal everyone's copyright. Get struck by copyright. Get struck by lightning rights, whatever. The god rights. I'll steal Pokemon. I'll steal fucking Minecraft rights. I'll steal Hearthstone rights if I can. Anytime, bruh. Anytime. Just stealing rights all over the place. Because I can fucking do it. Oh wait, I'm gonna be sued. No. Well, YouTube was able to be sued. But I can't. I just wear clothes and I cannot be suited, okay? So I'm just... What are you gonna do, bruh? You're gonna lose money suing me? Okay. I don't have a suit right now. Maybe from my school times. Maybe they fucking cheated as well. You know? Oh, now you have a suit. Son of a bitches. School uniform. Pieces of shit. I kind of clarified how this challenge is gonna work. Again, Ian Hecox is not pinged directly. His fans has to bring the thing all the way in for him to win the challenge. If he loses the challenge, he loses the title of the secret leader of Smosh. Besides, it's probably not going to be called Smosh anyways. We're just going to steal it, basically. I'm sorry about that. Because you can have a run, and you can have a chunk of history, but the question is, maybe you're an old man now, and you have to move on, and let the new generation take place in the first place, okay? And we're making moves. I'm gonna sell it to Ari, maybe. I don't know. Maybe she buy it. She buy Smosh. I don't know. Maybe we can do it. Also, I know it's owned by like some kind of mythical morning media now. I suppose. Who knows? Some kind of network. So I have to know more about that. It's a fucking huge network of things, of men, basically, of fire people. So Ari definitely would love this a gift, you know. There's plenty of people attracted and made out of fire. That's fucking awesome. So if you just make her cry, like, which is supposed to be super easy. Oh wait, because she's tier 4, that's not exactly easy anymore. There's no tears left to cry. Let's listen to that song. Yeah, so the idea is 7 days are for me to decipher whether Ariana would actually cry to some material that I can find or like put together to help Ian out, because he's just, you know, the dude. It is kind of annoying, like now that you have a tier list, you also have to take care of like rotation lists and how relevant people are and how people stick to tier 4 even though they outlived it and established the rest of their life, and it's kind of they can end it now, right? They achieved it, they can live the rest of their life, and they're not relevant anymore. So someone has to pick it up. I'm picking it up, okay? That's what she said. And you cannot shut that up, because there's a challenge. Very simple challenge. First me and then maybe her? I don't know. I don't know what's happening, okay? I'm just following commands. I am programmed. I am a robot. I want to release this video now. I think that's about it. That's all I wanted to do. It's a video on its own, and it's really difficult to not meet your threshold of like 3 hours sometimes. And I'll just go play some Hearthstone, please. Let me play some. Well, not really. I don't know. Dog barking. Oh, it is. It is barking right now. Oh, interesting. How connected we are right now.